On YouTube, we've all seen reviews of these ridiculous illegal wedges. But I've never seen a review from a tour coach. Let's do it.
And let's do it now.
Did they in that one?
That one opening it.
Hi everyone, James Robinson here guys. First things first, I'd like to warmly welcome you all back to the channel. I'd like to welcome you to the channel if you're new to the channel. Chris, if they're new to the channel, what have they got to do?
Enjoy yourselves.
Enjoy yourselves, and don't forget to subscribe as well. Cheers for that one. So guys, today we're looking at a bunch of illegal wedges, which we've all seen before. We've seen on loads of different channels here on YouTube. We're sick to the back teeth of them. But you're going to give us a kind of honest appraisal, aren't you?
Yep, so a lot of times people are trying to find the magic cure, everything. Oh, Jesus. I broke this one. Everyone's trying to find a magic cure. They go to just get different clubs. It's the same as when you're not in your driver well, you go and buy a new driver, but especially with wedges, they're bringing out ones, illegal ones that say they spin more, they're going to help you get out of the rough, they're going to help you do this, this, this and this. But when it comes down to it, you're still going to need a technique to strike them.
So Chris, just come on over. Come on and have a look at what we've got to go with today. We've got quite an array of interesting wedges. I'm going to let you take your pick first.
Start with the worst first.
Okay, so this is the Mazel Wedge. This actually did really well as a video for me. I know it has for other YouTubers as well.
Yeah.
You can see why. It looks out there, it looks strange, it looks like a grill.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this one?
Again, for me, looks horrible.
Looks horrible.
I mean, it's got a huge bounce, which again is for people hopefully to not duff it, so it's making sure that you're going to get some kind of interaction.
Each wedge does have a strong point, I think, so that you can't argue with the bounce on there.
Again, normal wedges have bounce, so it's the same idea. This is where it's just trying to make sure that you can't fat them, I guess. But again, people are getting these clubs, they still have the technique that's here. So even from here, I'm not going to do it because I like the greenkeepers, but oh. We've got a fan.
Oh, hello. Right, mate. Oh, it's the golf dog. Hello. Hello, how are you? How are you? Ah. Right, we'll get on with it.
So, people still stand like this, ball position back, and they start to fat them with any wedge. Well, then what they do is they buy this. Ball position is still back.
Not cheap, by the way, as well.
Not cheap, so they're going to spend what? James will know.
Probably $100-ish.
$100, so $100, £80-ish. Again, you're spending a lot of money. You're going to be able to get good tuition, I would hope, from a local pro for the less or same
Chris's
price,
website link is below.
and be able to fix your technique. If you can fix your technique, you're going to be able to hit any wedge, and that's the goal, is to be able to be not blaming the equipment.
Yeah. So
from here, I would still duff that. And that's not going to help me hit it any close.
Have a go, Chris, because I want people to hear the sound of this. Thoughts?
Sounds dreadful as well.
I thought you might like the sound.
No, sounds very tingy. Sounds just not great. And for me, I struck that well. As you see, it was not a bad shot, but I didn't really feel like I got any feedback. So.
And if you hold that up so people can look at the face of this, they'll see that I tried to hit kind of full shots, and one of them's actually almost caved in a little bit there.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes you wonder about the build quality as well.
Correct, and if you spent $100, you wouldn't want it to cave after one full shot.
No, ideally not. Although it does say it's not made full shots, but I can't read, obviously. Right, Chris, moving back in.
Yep.
What's the next one we're going to look at? It's quite an array we've got.
The cutter, which already
cutter.
Sounds terrible. Looks terrible.
If you don't get Chris's Yorkshire humour, I apologise. Now, this is designed to be out of the rough, Chris. I don't know if you want to move to the rough to make your point. And as if by magic, we find ourselves in the rough. So this is what this club is designed for. Designed to cut through the rough, hence the name. Yeah,
so the more worrying thing is if somebody's buying this, I'd probably be paying for tuition to make sure you're not in the rough to start with. But that's another story. Moving on, this is designed to cut through here. But again, if we have a normal wedge, we're still going to be able to get through there. For me, that still felt like it snagged and turned over, which is what you can do with a normal wedge. So if you paid extra or you've paid the same amount for this, we could do it with another wedge.
I think the guys could consider this a Christmas special, Chris, couldn't they?
Oh, this is festive. Right. Festive in the fescue. So again, as it says, it did cut through the rough nicely. Wasn't a great lie, but I would expect that from any wedge. And again, that's bringing me back to the original point, that it is technique, because we've still got to strike that. If you're somebody who hits it out of here and that snags in the rough, you're still going to miss strike it, you're still not going to get the distance, and you're still going to be in trouble.
I think one of the big things for me with this wedge, and I think this one's actually legal, I'm sure it is, there's one wedge in here that is legal, because I remember I did the video and people shouted at me because I got it wrong. Chris, so versatility when you buy wedges is a huge factor.
Correct.
So say you've got your sand wedge, your lob wedge here, and now you need to open it up. You're not in the thick rough, but obviously your most lofted wedge you might sometimes need to open.
So again, from here we can't really open that up. We can see that it's got, if anything, too much bounce on the bottom, too much of a wide sole. So what that's doing is bringing the leading edge of the club into the equator of the ball. So if I was to hit this now...
Oh. I mean, it's not done bad.
I mean, it was a cutter because it's probably cut the ball open, but I mean, it's got on the green. But I couldn't get that underneath the ball. So if I had this, I would then have to have another 56 in the bag to be able to play flop shots, or I'd have to have maybe a 60 degree. So you're adding extra wedges in, and then this one might not be using around a golf, which then for me it's a bit of a waste of time.
So Chris, coming back to the bag, we've got a couple more to go at.
Yep.
What we're going at here. So this is the GForce, is it?
Yep.
I really enjoyed this. I don't know how you're going to react to... So this isn't the head. Like, before we tell people what this is, put the wedge down, let's show them the head, because that, as a head, is absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful. Well, it looks more like your conventional wedge, and we're going to get the fans' morale back up here. This is a positive review we're going for this one. So this is a good training aid, so you can see that it's got a very flexible shaft.
Bit floppy, mate.
Floppy disc. Who remembers those? Right, so...
Floppy, why were they called floppy discs? They weren't floppy, were they?
No, anything but, to be honest. So what we're going to do here, the idea of this training aid is that we're able to keep a good rhythm, to be able to work on our tempo, because how many times I see people come for chipping lessons and it's slow back, ooh, it's quick.
Ooh, I felt the ground then.
Feathered it.
Ooh.
So this is making sure that we keep a nice body speed, so we're not trying to be aggressive with chip shots, we're not trying to get all uptight and strangling the club. So here, this is a nice one. Again, from here I have to have a nice speed.
Actually takes a good rhythm to get that to perform as well.
To come out low, yeah. So, and this one you can use on longer distances, so this is great for your 50 yards, the awkward distances that I see with people where they don't know, do I hit a full 58, do I try and hit a smooth 56 and we slow down and fat it. So this is a great club to hit a longer distance, because we really have to work on being consistent with our technique again. So it helps you, it's a bit of a training aid. If I was going to spend any money on one of these, I wouldn't spend any on the others.
You don't spend any money?
That's very true. Times are hard, friends are few. I would go for this. So it's a great training aid for you to have if you go to practice. Just using this is going to help you improve your short game, and that's a positive review.
And interestingly, we do have not a full set of these clubs, but we have a driver, a 7-iron, a wedge and a putter, all with those shafts in, all by GForce. So if you'd like to see us go and play golf with those, it'll be fun, but it might also be a bit educational as well. So if you want to see that, get in the comments below, let us know. Hit that like button. Let's say 2,000 likes, we're giving it away.
Oh,
we're giving it away. 2,000 likes and we'll get out on the golf course even on a day like today.
Stop it.
So Chris, there's one more.
Right, last one.
Now I think again, because I'm always positive with things like this, I think they look great from that angle.
Oof, positive James today. Yeah, I think they look great. I mean, well, this one looks great. I mean, it looks very much like, if you had that in your bag, it'd look like a very normal
like
wedge.
A Callaway almost.
A bit like a Callaway. I saw some other wedges that look very similar the other day. I can't remember which ones. But again, as we sit it down, looks very similar. Grooves go to the end of the face, which is, it looks very much like the Callaway CB, is it?
Yep.
CB.
But then we also have the X out grooves.
Yeah, but then what makes it illegal again is the grooves.
I mean, that's going to cause some damage, I know. So again, a lot of people have done videos on these. Pete Finch has, Liam from Golf Mates have. Seen a lot of spin.
Yeah. Shocker.
But what if the technique's not right anyway?
Correct. So if you hit them off the toe, off the heel, if you don't present the club correctly, it's not going to spin. it might spin slightly more than that, but you're still not going to be consistent. If you get some spin and you've mishit it and it's short, it's going to spin and stay way short. Is that going to help you? You're still going to be a long way away.
So Chris, this is a brand new ball straight out the box that I've brought for you today. Are you going to ruin it?
Probably.
Shows how much spin you can get from this short distance with a lob wedge. I mean, it's been much more than, or did it?
Well, no, but it was pretty good. It felt good, so that out of the three, I'd say it felt good. It looks the most like a normal club, so it suits my eye better. And again, it felt pretty good off the face. It did spin more, not much more, but
you've actually got a downhill putt, so realistically, you've played for more spin than what you've got.
Correct.
And it's not really playable anyway.
So I have to be more aggressive to get more spin, because I know it gets spin. So then from there, if I go past the hole, I'm going to have a harder putt. So although it's got some benefits that it might make it spin more spin's not always a good thing. You see, how many times you see on tour where somebody hits it past the flag and it spins off the front of the green? Mainly
happens to me all the time.
Happens to James all the time. Top spin straight over the back. It's unbelievable. I've seen it all.
So guys, there you go. That is a tour coach teaching proper players as review on illegal wedges. Quite interesting, quite in depth. We've not done this for views or clicks. We've actually done it for, you like that one, don't you?
GForce.
GForce. Yeah, we've done this just to show you guys that really, if you are going to spend money, don't spend it on things like that. Spend it on lessons.
Yeah, or just go for a proper wedge fitting. You know, you can get wedges fitted for you, whether you're for a Vokey, whether you fit with something more forgiving like those Callaway CBs I mentioned, just because I had a +2 handicapper in the other day. Good golfer, played for England for 25 years.
Jonesy,
hey. Mr. Happy Haddock, and he's gone to the ones, he's +2, but he's gone for the ones more forgiving, more bounce. But again, we fitted him into those and let him hit those and try those out against others. So even if you're a good golfer, if you get fitted, you could get something that just works better for you.
So guys, thank you so much for watching that. Really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, make sure you do hit that subscribe button below. Also make sure you enjoy it, as Chris said.
Yep, enjoy it.
Give us a like if you want to see us use the GForce clubs. Probably not on daylight today because it's just starting to rain. We've timed that incredibly well.
We have, yeah. Actually, what time is it?
And apart, you've got lessons, haven't you? And apart from that, guys, we better go off. Bye!